Good morning, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the insurance segment. With me in the studio, I have Pastor TMI Ojokojo. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning, viewers. Good morning, sir.
Let us take our quote. Our quote says, we want to really appreciate all those who take their time to watch and listen to our program, the insurance segment. Also to assure the general public that insurance is good and the wheel that oils the economy. Also, that's you agree with me that insurance is actually the wheel that the oil that runs the wheels of the economy.
Insurance is there to see that companies, when they fall, they rise up again. In case it's a fire or a damage, destruction.
We are still on major talk which borders on insurance industry in Nigeria towards a better public image. And we're talking about fire insurance. We also talked about the issue of the consequence of fire outbreak in the Nigerian society.
Yeah.
And we want a situation where Nigeria will be a better society, where we do what is right as a people to run the economy better. In that wise, we did say also that we are going to talk about those who should take fire and special perils insurance. I haven't talked about the consequence of somebody who will not have a fire and special perils cover. And so let us make a start on this point of who are those qualified to take a fire and special perils insurance. The point in question is that the law that we consider as the law of insurable interest is the first singular consideration in terms of this that we're talking about. So, Pastor, let us talk. Who are actually supposed to take fire and special perils insurance?
Just you mentioned the insurable interest. Owners of properties are the first, that's where we start from. If you own a public building, either it's government that owns it or an individual that owns it, you are recommended to take a fire and special perils insurance cover. In fact, it's made compulsory by law that if you own a public building, and what is a public building? Public building is a building that, you know, the public has access to it. A restaurant is a public building. Supermarkets, hotels, you know, business complexes, these are public buildings. So let's start from there. You have school buildings, they should be insured, mosque, churches, residential buildings, recreation centers, markets, petrol station, radio station, TV station. These are buildings that should be insured. You know, government buildings, you know, the secretarial buildings, these are buildings that should be insured, you know, by fire and special perils cover. And I know that out there, so many of these buildings are not insured, and it's an error, because when trouble strikes, when there's fire, when there's flood, windstorm, you find a lot of people running to government, help us. And it's not the duty of government. The insurance companies are available. When premiums are paid and everybody is doing this, it helps the society. It helps the fire service, because a percentage of what we receive, the insurance industry, as premium, a percentage of the premium is given to the fire service to run their operations. So you can imagine the benefits of, you know, taking up a fire and special perils insurance policy does to the society. It helps people, you know, indemnifies them when there's trouble. At the same time, it builds the infrastructure, you know, for the fire service to be able to combat fire, you know, accidents.
Yeah, you have talked well concerning those who really should take. I'd just like to add this also. Mechanics,
okay,
laundry outfits, those who do laundry service, small shops, those who occupy offices.
Yes.
You are also entitled to having such things. Like we said, the mechanics, very small shops where they could be a little close.
Yeah.
You know, the place after the close of business. It's not just an open point. And then majorly we talked about the markets, the various markets we have across the local governments that really control the market.
Yes.
Even as much as we have a lot of open shops inside the market, there's also an opportunity to make a cover for all such class of persons. And we have heard stories over the time about damages of fire outbreak. But to highlight that you are entitled to have this kind of insurance to protect your goods, services that you render, and also to safeguard the properties you own from time to time. So these issues that we have mentioned are not just what we have mentioned. There are unlimited classes of
factories.
Okay.
Because apart from the finished goods, the unfinished goods, the machinery, the furniture, you can imagine when, you know, a fire incident affects, if fire affects a factory, you can imagine all that will be
the multiplier effect.
You know, so it's important we mention factories here. You know, if you have a factory, whether it's a small factory, a large one, you should take up a fire and special perils insurance cover.
So we think that to move this economy forward, the importance of this cover cannot be overemphasized. And we think that if you think you want to ask questions, how to go about it, you can reach us in the insurance segment to give a direction. And the beauty about it is that it's one of the cheapest class of insurance that has been created. But a lot of us have not tapped into it. And it's important to mention this. The rate for such a business is not a fixed rate because it depends on the kind of business that you do. But we can authoritatively say the minimum premium that can be paid. You can imagine a situation where somebody has properties worth 1 million naira. What is expected of such a person to pay would be about 3,500. Exactly. 3,500 had covered your property worth 1 million naira. And so if you consider that it's quite...
For 10 million, that is 35,000.
Yes. So you imagine what we are talking about in relation to this. And those who are crying every day to say that, oh, I had damage to my property, I had damage to my goods, please advise to see that they key into this particular program. The issue in relation to what we are talking about is far better. Imagine a situation where somebody has a property worth 900,000 naira and has insured for 1 million naira, and this property bought. It becomes quite easy to say, this is the money expected of you to go back to business. This is your 900,000 naira. How good would that be for such a person? He will psychologically be balanced. He will smile to want to go back to business quickly. And these are the things we think will stabilize the economy. Our concern is the stability of the economy. Is to see how this nation can go forward.
Yes.
And the government in its wisdom came up to say that having such class of insurance protected will become a good thing. A position where people are entering the premises, business premises or otherwise, and they are protected. That's the concern of government. And we want to say that it is well.
Yes.
We thank you for watching today, and we'll keep talking about this very important topic so that at the end, Nigeria will be a better nation for us. And through insurance, Nigeria can also achieve that particular goal. Thank you very much. Next week will come up.